On a Monday morning, Will Bery at Berico on East Bessemer Avenue. Been in business for years and years and years. And right now it's kind of warmer outside. People still using the heat though. They need it every night. What do you keep your heat on in your place, Will? What do you set your thermostat on?
Oh, well, thank you, Andy. I keep my thermostat on 68 in our house. That's what we try to keep it on.
Yeah, and I usually keep mine on about 65 during the evening and nighttime, and usually cut it down some during the day just to let it not run as much.
Sure.
Talk about the evolution of heat over the years, because back to your grandfather's days, I think the old carriage is still out back, the old wagon he used to haul coal on. Back in the early 1900s, he did the coal work, and it was called Berico, as in Berico coal, I guess, back in his day when he got it going. And then it came and evolved quite a bit over the years. So talk about your grandfather's work, how he kind of laid the groundwork for this company and got it started.
Sure. Well, it was started by my great-grandfather. And it was Bery Coal Company. And as the story's told, is as the railroad would come through town, it would spill a little coal. So it started in a wheelbarrow, and he'd go up and down the railways with coal. Ultimately sold it, and then it became a legitimate business. And as the story's told, he had 13 children. And there's a picture in our conference room of 13 coal trucks. So as they'd add a child, they'd add a coal to afford the child. And then over the years, it evolved in my grandfather's generation to heating oil. And then in recent years, I'll call it the last 25, 30 years, in my father's generations, we've evolved into propane. So propane is the main heating fuel that we're distributing, along with some fuel oil and heating oil, and then commercial fuels, as well as we've evolved and grown our HVAC department and our lubricants division as well. So those are big leaders of the company in this day's time. We say our cheese is always moving.
One thing about it started with a wheelbarrow back in the old days, just up and down the road, up and down the tracks.
That's right.
It's a big, hard work job he did back then.
That's right.
You just had a recent celebration, too, for the company, didn't you?
We celebrated 100 years. So we have been in business since 1924 and grown from, as we mentioned, Bery Coal Company to Berico today. And so we had a big celebration with our 113 staff members and their guests, and as well as some very dear customers, as well as some of our partners and vendors that have helped us along the way. We celebrated many events of the company, but one that we're particularly proud of is our Gift of Warmth campaign that we've ran in the last 18 years. And we've helped over 1,500 families in the Triad heat their home each winter through the help of the Salvation Army and some other sponsors, and raised over $1.2 million. Each year we ask for donations at giftofwarmth.com, and Berico will match those donations, and it's all ran through the Salvation Army.
How long has it been going on? How many years again now?
It's been 18 years.
18
yeah.
years.
So it started by my father and his partner, John Fuquay. And so the story's told is we'd always store a little money around the office to help that customer that was in need. And then, it became tough to say, and who's more qualified for the need? And so that was where the great idea of partnering with the Salvation Army came, where they can be the clearinghouse. And also it's important. It's solely for our community and all the counties that we operate in, and it could be our competitors, customers, it could be anybody that's in need that qualifies, and so it's not just for a Berico customer.
So it's been Tom Bery, John Fuquay, Will Bery over the years keeping us going, and Channel 2 has been a big helper for you too. I think that's your main media outlet for the giftofwarmth.com, and they've changed some too. You've worked with different people over the years too, haven't you?
Absolutely. The WFMY has just been great partnerships over the years, from Sandra Hughes and our rep Shannon Cruz and Ed Matthews helping us this year. It's been a fantastic partnership, and they help us get the word out and really attribute to our success and getting the word out, raising donations, as well as getting the word to the Salvation Army so folks can come apply and receive assistance.
And pretty good reception using people like Sandra Hughes and Tracy McCain. Those people over the years have been good spokespeople for you.
And Ed Brenner, or Rich Brenner, I'm sorry.
Rich was way back in the day.
Yeah, long time ago, back when I first started. So a great group of folks over there that we consider them friends.
And good to have a guy like Ed Matthews talking for you too, since he's a weatherman. He knows what some of those needs are when it comes to heat in the winter time.
That's right. He can share the word on whether weather's coming or not. And who knows in North Carolina, right?
It's hard to tell sometimes what it's going to be next.
That's exactly
It's
right.
been kind of a strange winter so far, but again, like we talked about earlier, there's going to be some cold weather coming again here pretty soon, we know.
Absolutely.
Talk about the company, how it's grown over the years. You talked about the 100 years now of the business, Berico, and what it's done with the gift of warmth and the community. You guys have done a lot to try to keep this thing going. You've also changed your looks over the years too, because you used to see only that green truck down the road, that green, and now you see some of the white trucks out there too for the vans that go out and do the service work.
Yep. So a lot of things have changed. So we have 3 locations in our, I call it in our community. So we have here in Greensboro, as well as another plant in Eden, and as well in Burlington. And they carried a different name for quite some time as Carolina Fuels and Alamance Oil Company. And we've united our brand, so they're all under Berico now. Our trucks we tend to get a white van that we feel like it's a cleaner look. As well as we carry a green stripe through our logo on all of our fuel trucks. And one thing that's been really important to us as a differentiator is always have a clean look, uniforms tucked in. We don't want anything in the front dashboard of our vehicles. We want to have a very solid impression on our customers that we're very clean and tidy in what we do. We think that's extremely important, setting us apart from, say, competitors or folks. We want to know what we're doing.
And I guess it's good to have those long-term employees with you too. People who've been here over the years, know the business, know the community. When somebody calls up, sometimes they are going to make a call for a service call or maybe an oil delivery, that type thing, or a propane delivery. They probably see that name. They know that place automatically because they've been there so many times before. The people usually request some people to come and do the same thing for them again, time and time again.
Yeah, it's super special to have folks. We mentioned Rod Jones. He told me the other day between him and his father have been a Berico employee for 57 years. We've got other employees, Mark Clayton, Eddie Dunn, been delivering and helping with our service department for over 37 years. It's truly special to have employees stay with us for so long, and it's really a tribute to our success, and it helps to our customers. They can trust that we're treating our employees right, and we want to continue to allow them to have a career with Berico and serve their community.
It's a good thing too when they come to your house or your home and they know the unit already, what they're going to be working on, and how that unit works, what it's done in the past, and they just can go right to it and get to work and get the job done and get it done efficiently.
That's exactly right. So familiarity with homes and systems and customers helps go a long way.
Jason out front, we saw him when we came in today. He said he worked over the weekend, so you got weekend work going here too, not just Monday through Friday. Your guys are out doing service calls 7 days a week.
We're on call 24/7 for emergencies and helping folks stay warm or cool in the summer, and as well as our fuel drivers. So if a customer runs out of fuel or needs something, they can call us 336-273-8663, and you can call or text that number. As well as Berico.com, and we're glad to help you.
That's another way things have changed too over the years. That Berico.com has become a very regular name and thought in people's minds. Just go there quick to the website. You can get caught up on what's going on, what you need to get.
That's exactly right.
And you've got good people up front too. I mean, you got to have a good reception area when you walk in. Those ladies have been with you several for a few years now, and they do a good job for you and kind of make the customers feel at home when they come in. Not too many customers have to come in often. You guys usually go to them, but sometimes they come to you to maybe pay a bill or just get to ask a question or something like that. So it's good to have people up front that can take care of business too.
Absolutely. We have a very, very special group of, we call them our customer care team, that answer the phone, and we made the change probably 10, 13 years ago or so, where we answer the phone. It's a great day at Berico, and we get a lot of compliments on that. We want our customers to know that we're having a great day, and in turn hope that they can. A lot of times they may be calling us because they have an issue or want us to help resolve a situation at their home, and we want to reassure them that we're here to make their day better.
You had that one standard line going for a while there too on the commercials on TV. I think it was the grandmother character kind of do. Should have called Berico.
That's right.
Yeah.
Our commercials have been fun, and credit to our production crew. They've been able to make me embarrassed and embarrass myself, but that's part of the territory, and it's been fun doing that. And I hope our community has a lot of fun watching our commercials, and we want that warm hometown feel, and our employees and customers to feel part of our Berico family.
That's pretty good too, because it's not the regular standardized routine commercial. It's different, so people can watch it and they get a feel for it, and they see something different. And they kind of maybe sometimes want to follow the saga, so to speak.
That's right. That's right. It's fun to walk through our community and get stopped and say, "Hey, when's your next commercial come out?" And we really enjoy that. And we want customers to know we are a little different. We want to treat you with care, make you laugh, interact with you as friends, not just customer and business.
How much involved are Tom, Bery, and John Fuqua still with the company these days? Because you're kind of taking the lead role here. How much involved are they still?
Yeah, so Mr. Fuqua passed away a few years ago,
okay.
And so he's dearly missed. We think about him every day. He was a mentor for me, and taught me the ropes, taught me patience and quality and all that we do. And Tom's still here. He's here today, but he doesn't hesitate to take a few days off or pursue some of his other passions, such as he's a North Carolina Wildlife Commissioner and spending time in the outdoors. But he's very in tune with what we're doing. He sits in on our management meetings, but from the day-to-day operations, I've been lucky enough. They've turned over the reins and trust to me, and it's not just me. I think our entire team. We've got a great group of managers that help run the day-to-day, and they're very, very passionate behind what they do, and the employees that work with them, both on a personal and a professional level. And so we're very blessed to have the group of employees that we have.
It's kind of interesting too. Mr. Fuqua passed away a couple years ago. He's still considered, in my mind, just a huge part of this business from over the years. When you think of Berico, you think of Tom, Bery, John Fuqua, and Will Bery now.
Yeah, it's really special to hear about John. I sit on a few study groups up and down the East Coast, and I can go out of state to the Northeast, and people still say, "Hey, how's John doing?" or "What's John up to these days?" And he's been a pioneer in our industry and just well respected in all that he did, and has helped build that Berico reputation. And so we were lucky to have him. I was lucky to have him as a leader in my life.
So you're doing this interview with me today on GreensboroSports.com. You've been with us for a good while, helping our website, supporting us there. You supported the community yourself back at Northwest Guilford High School as a quarterback back in the day. You got that nice football helmet out front, too, from the ceremony you guys had this weekend, reception you had. So a lot of these things have been a part of your daily life. What's your daily routine like? Because you're doing the commercials right now. You're doing the TV work. You're doing the interviews. You're here and there and everywhere. What's your daily routine kind of like?
But a lot of people see the fun, which is the commercials. But day to day, my day starts early. I'm here at 7:15 in the morning. Usually we're having an early morning meeting with technicians or drivers before they leave the lot. And then I spend the rest of the day planning, whether it be I take a huge role in our marketing efforts. We meet with our managers every Tuesday, and then we also have a game plan for our short-term goals from a monthly level to an annual level to long-term 3, 5, 10-year goals. And so we have a lot of initiatives, and we meet as a management team regularly, and we rank them on what's most important. So looking after the day-to-day, such as employee growth, fleet management, safety, as well as implementing new technologies from an HVAC standpoint. How can we better route our deliveries to be more successful and efficient? Additional technologies such as tank monitors going on propane tanks that are allowing our customers and our dispatchers to know how much fuel are in tanks so we can better serve our customers. The list goes on. We're in the middle of our annual, I don't like to use the word reviews, but just annual meetings with our employees, and just hear that we don't tend to tell them how they're doing. We ask them to tell us how they're doing, and we refine that a little bit, and then we set them forward with goals. We want to achieve forward, and so we're very proud of who we have on our team, and so we want to set them up with future success, and that's really important. That's how we try to differentiate our annual interactions with our employees. So we're in the middle of that process. We're implementing a new fleet software to manage our vehicles, which we have almost 100 vehicles that our fleet manager manages. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, behind those commercials every day, and so we're lucky to have the team to help us manage that.
Did your participation in sports and football and things like that at Northwest help you for what you do these days?
Absolutely. I think it creates a matter of discipline to have good time management, good skill sets, good communication skills, teaches you how to work hard. And, if you're not practicing what you do, you'll never get better. So it's been definitely a learning curve for me, but I go back to the athletic days and put your nose to the grind and you'll find success.
I saw your old coach maybe a couple of years ago. He's still coaching now. I think he was helping out at Winston-Salem-Reagan, the coach you had back at Northwest back in the day.
Oh, good, Coach King.
Greg King, that's right.
Greg King. I keep in touch with him. I see or hear from him about every 2 or 3 years, and so it's good to hear he's still coaching. I see Coach John Oakley, who I go to the Y to work out now, and he's a former NFL player, but he was a high school coach, and I think he's over at Smith High School helping out as well. He's a great guy, very knowledgeable and disciplined in all that he does, and so a lot of tribute to work ethic and working hard from all those guys that I worked with.
Do you keep any of your old teammates? Keep up with some of those guys?
I do. I talk to Jason Rogers, who's now an orthopedic surgeon in town, almost daily. Josh Marshall, David McKinney. So there's a lot of guys that I see still out in the community, and it's great to reminisce on our old football days. We all miss it for sure.
And you think about the company, where about the future for Berico? Where do you see it going with the gift of warmth and all the things you do for the future? Do you see it just pretty much stay status quo, keep up the same thing, just keep doing it better? Or do you see some things for the future you really want to do here?
We have a lot of exciting things coming in the future, and we never get stuck in, we don't ever want to be complacent in what we're doing. When we say our cheese is always moving, but some really cool initiatives is the growth in our motor oil and lubricant department ran out of our Burlington location. We formed some national agreements distributing motor oil to locations like Take 5 locations and the Honda manufacturing plants. We're carrying a new line of motor oil for them. Additionally, our wholesale company Gateco has been reestablished as a shipper on the pipeline, and so we have product being shipped on the pipeline, not just in Greensboro to Greensboro, which is an exciting partnership. Additionally, something we're proud of is we've bridged a partnership with a diversity. They call it a diversity spend partner, which is a minority-owned company, and we help them deliver fuel in multi-states. And so projects such as Duke Energy cleanup projects or power plant cleanup projects to other fuel distribution, is we help them be the quarterback on that because we bring that skill set to the table, which is really fun and been a great partnership. Our HVAC department, we've recently brought on a commercial technician and want to grow into more commercial work, as well as pursue potentially other avenues such as plumbing or electrical. So there's a lot of things in the pipeline that we're working on as we want to take this into our second century.
Sounds like a lot of good progress, a lot of good future for you guys with yourself and Rod Jones and Tom, Bery, and others leading the way. I know you guys will continue on with a lot of success. Tell us one more time about the gift of warmth, if you will, how to get in touch with the people so that people can make a donation, get involved in that.
Absolutely. giftofwarmth.com. You can go and make a donation. If you're looking for assistance, you can visit the website for the Greensboro Salvation Army to apply for assistance. And we're always looking for folks to help donate, and we'll match all donations. So again, giftofwarmth.com, and we receive information when you pay, and it goes directly into the Salvation Army's account, and we match that every year.
And for other help, 273-8663 with a 336 prefix, and Berico.com, always available there too.
Absolutely. Call or text anytime.
We'll take care. Thanks for your time. We'll do it again soon.
Andy, thank you.